Hello everybody, what's up? It's Joe from JLW Games coming at you with another cool live stream / video. And today we're back in Planet Coaster in Golden Valley, and hopefully this will be the final episode of year 5. So this is taking the third episode, and to make sure I get this done, we are going to go right into it and get started. So what I wanted to just do to start off this episode is actually make a cover over the lift here for the raft, kind of like just a basic cover, nothing like too insane. So I'm going to get a pitched roof and try and get this hopefully the way I want it. Let's see. I don't know if there's one that's actually the same angle here. Doesn't really look like it, but it doesn't matter. We don't have, it doesn't have to be exactly perfect, just close. So as long as it doesn't get too close to the thing with the thing and then thing. Okay, so let me line this up as perfectly as I can. All right, we got to make sure this is also aligned with the lift as well. So we're gonna bring this back up and we're gonna go with that. So now we're gonna edit it. But you might be seeing more additions that take multiple episodes depending on how much, because I really want to theme up some rides. This one in particular, I mean, it's gonna take quite a bit of theming for a water ride like this, because it just takes up a little bit more time, and you know, we just gotta make sure that we do it correctly. So in this episode we're gonna do a lot more fun things. The last one we mostly focused a lot on the rock work and all that kind of general stuff to get it done. Now we're going to be focusing more on a lot of like special effects and just kind of finishing up the final touches to the ride. So a lot of, hopefully some really nice little some cool special effects kind of. Oops, I put the grid size down. That's not what I want to put the grid height down. So we're going to create some supports to this. See how they turn out. All right. Where did Golden Valley get the money to build this? It's already been in business for 5 seasons, so that's where. It's been pretty popular from all those food sales. They've actually have been very successful over the past couple of years. That is how. And remember, as of right now, the park charges by ride, not by park entry fee. So, essentially, you can make more money doing it that way. And then after we get a certain amount of rides, we'll probably switch it over. But for right now, that's how it's going to be. Hopefully I can just like copy and paste these. In fact, I don't know what I'm doing this for. I'm just going to do this. Of course I would need another one. Alright, we're just going to copy these posts. I don't know why I was doing it the hard way. We're just going to copy them. I might even make this just slightly lower. We'll see. Because it is kind of tall right now. Alright, so we're going to copy all these posts to these sides. This is going to be like heavily themed on up the lift too much. but it will look fantastic. So I'm just going to try and get a lot done. That's my goal with this episode. We're getting straight into it, getting a lot done, and we're going to try and finish this up in time for the 2006 season of Golden Valley. Okay, so that's the start of that. And it just adds so much character to it, I think. I like the idea of a little bridge that's abandoned or something that goes across something. Okay, so we're gonna get to some of the wooden pieces here. I'm gonna see what I can do. And I want to create like different structures that are gonna go along the side here. And we'll just copy and paste them the way we need to. Doesn't have the exact angle of the roof it looks like, but that's okay. The cool thing is you might get a really good view of the small lake over here. That's gonna be neat. Okay, so we got that. So let's just copy all of these posts, or this wood, and copy all this wood. We're going to go downwards. Alright. And I want to create quite a few sections. Oh, gosh darn, I messed that up. Now I got to reselect all of them. Dag nabbit. There we go. I accidentally pushed Control D instead of Control X. So we're gonna have all these structures here. Gonna move it on over to the other side as well. And I don't necessarily want them to look all the same in the same spots. I want them to just kind of be a little bit random. Alright, so we're gonna make a horizontal piece right here. It's going to come across this way. And now we shall create kind of this. Alright, and I want to place just a couple of random pieces within this. Kind of like the so. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of nice. All right, now we're going to get into the more fun parts. Which, before I get into the tunnel, I'm going to go in to a little bit more of lighting effects around the ride in general, because it's a little bit dark throughout the entire ride. So we're going to do a lot of lighting through here. And I'm going to use a lot of the area lights and a lot of the spotlights. Just a couple of things in here. So we're going to do some area lights in some certain areas. That way we have still have some cool lighting through here. I kind of want to add a blue light over by the water. Oh yeah. I was just wanted to see what the floodlight would look like underneath here. I'm just gonna place these on the bottom. Couple on the edges. And those are gonna be awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely put some like mining lights on the structure here. That was actually my original intent, was to add some of these onto here. On all the posts. This is going to be a cool night ride, that's for sure. Alright, we're going to put them on both sides. I think I'm going to put some on the inside as well. I do like these lights quite a bit. So after we get the lighting done, we're going to look into getting into the cave area and see what kind of effects we can throw in there. I think I'm going to put some sound effects in there, some sound stuff in there as well. Kind of want to put a sign here of some sorts. And I almost want to trigger the floodlights. That way they turn on when the rafts go by. I think that would be kind of a neat effect because you're going to go up and it's going to be dark and then they just come on while you go by. Alright, so we're going to head into the triggers and we're going to add our first trigger point to the ride. And let's place the first one about right here. And let's connect an object to that trigger. We're going to add that. Confirm. We're going to add another trigger that's going to go about right here. And we're going to add this floodlight. Confirm. And done. So now I'm going to click the floodlights here. And let's see, let's have them on for, let's try 7 seconds to start off. I want them to stay on for a while. Only thing is the rafts are too close together that it's just gonna ruin, hopefully it might ruin the effect. So we might have to put them back down. Because I like them turned off until the rafts go by. Because I want to keep it relatively dark in here, so I don't think I'll put the lanterns on the inside. And then let's take a look on the inside here. So in the cave, I want to put some neat little triggered lights in here as well. So we have an area light. We're going to have some really neat colors in here. So I love that aqua kind of color. And I'm going to trigger these as well. Can I get a nice red color in here? This is going to be kind of these, you know, that scary area, kind of. Oh gosh. Am I on the flying camera? Yeah, there we go. And these lights are just the start of it, so there's going to be some more to it than these. So that's just the start of that area. And these are going to be triggered as well. So they're not going to be on until you go by them. Alright, so there's that. What really cool effects could we add inside this cave? I want to hear what you guys think. What can we add that would be really, really cool? I'm going to change the scenery theme to Western and see what comes up. We have some gears, of course, and some different things. We have a saw blade, a very large saw blade. At that. I'm also going to put a couple lanterns in parts of these rocks. Alright, let's see what we all have here. Kind of hard to place these things sometimes. I'm just going to put random junk just to start off. So this wheel will be a nice addition to start things off. And we're just going to go from there. And yeah, let's get in some special effects here. We're going to add some water area, some water. As well, reset filters. And I want the water spout. It's hard to see at night, so we're going to add AM. Is this the small? Yeah. And we're just going to add some of these. To get us started. And let's see. I got a water jet here. That I'm going to have right there. Again, I'm going to try to add some cool trigger. See, these lights actually light it up. Have some cool things in here as well. I'm going to cover these up by some rocks and stuff. And then I want to add... What is this? It's a water splash line. See what it does. Alright, so it's going to splash. I want to... Let's see. We got fountain splashes. And we got the water spouts. Alright, let's get this one in here. And because we want to make sure our guests get soaked. So, we have to add, at the end here, we're going to add like this awesome thing. Okay, I don't want to use too much time all of September because I still want to test the ride quite a bit before October rolls around. Okay, so this is going to be triggered, so I want to keep it out just for now so I can select it. We'll activate on trigger, and we'll have it play for, I don't know, let's at least go 5 seconds. See how that works. Alright, so we're going to go back to triggers and add a trigger sequence. Let's add another trigger here. And we're just going to get this trigger for this first. That way I can sync it in later on. So we'll do it about right there. Let's connect this object. And we can turn that on as well. So let's confirm that one. And if we push play, did I not get this one on here? Oh, I didn't hold control, that's why. Confirm. Okay. Now it should do it. I didn't know if this was gonna... Okay, so it's just gonna do that. Maybe I should get a different object in here then. Because that's not what I wanted. Okay. I didn't know how that would react, so... Alright, we're in September 20th already. Gosh darn it. Alright, so let's see here. I want something that stays on. Water jet. Water spout. Alright, so I think we'll just place a ton of these. Call that good. So we're going to go back to this, triggers, and edit trigger sequence. We're going to go to the third one. And we're going to add all of these as well. Just like I wanted. Okay. So now if I press play. Okay, I think 3 seconds will be okay for now. And they're sticking out right now, but that's just because I wanted to add the effects. And now we're going to cover them up. Just a little bit. Actually, we're going to push them in just a little bit further. Then we're going to cover them up with some rock work. And call those good. Here we go. Alright, now we're just going to cover them up a little bit with some rock work. And some relatively smaller rocks. We'll do the trick. At least we can sink these in. Okay, so I will get in here and get these covered up the best that we can for right now. There we go. Okay, so we have lights. We have some water spouts, different things like that. That are hopefully going to be pretty cool. So let's see, we're gonna add a couple of smaller rocks around here. We're just going to do a little bit of rock work around the top here. Just a tiny bit. Alright, so some cool special effects going in. But I hope everyone's had a good day today. I have. Hopefully I'll get some, maybe not tomorrow. I have a couple of plans tomorrow, so I don't know how early I'll be able to stream or anything. So, but that all just kind of depends. Okay, so I want to add another cool effect here that will hopefully get. So we're gonna go back to PM, and a couple more cool lights effects that I want to add here is when something it's gonna be triggered when they come through here. These lights will turn on. So that would be cool. Alright there. That'll be good. Alright, so what I want to do now is I'm going to we're gonna click on these and we're gonna set them for 0.5 seconds. Because I want them to not stay on for too long. Alright, so now we have to go into the triggers, add a trigger sequence, and we're going to add a trigger. We're going to go to 4 here. When it hits here, we want to connect these objects. Like so. Now we're going to add another trigger of 5. We're going to do the same thing, because I want these to kind of flash a little bit. And it'll be kind of cool, so we'll have to test it out just a little bit. But we'll see exactly how well it works. Give that kind of spoopy effect when it passes by, and these are just going to flicker a little bit on and off. But I don't want it as a like strobe light, but I just want them to go on and off as the boats pass. Kind of like so. All right. All right, and let's do one more. Just one more here. So I don't know how separated they're gonna have to be apart for it to be affected, because I do want them to turn on and off. So I did 0.5 because I don't want them to be strobe effects, but we're gonna test most of these things out, so hopefully they'll turn out the way that I hope. So we're gonna do a little bit more lights. Couple of more lights around. Keep everything well lit. As it goes around the area. Alright. So put one over here as well. Looking good. Love how the little body of water it looks. It's so good. So cool. I love the lighting and everything. It looks awesome. Okay, we're almost done here. We're pretty close to done. At least we're getting close. I want to add a lot more scenery into in here, and possibly a couple more effects. We'll see. But I want to add a bit more scenery in here and see how all that goes. So I'm going to have a lot of special effects with like the water spouts. The camera's making it a little hard. Alright, and I want to add some ambience. Maybe a little bit as well. So we're going to head into... Let's do some... What do we got? Boiling. We got the mist. And we got the steam. And that will actually fit in there pretty well with the kind of belt right there and right there. Can't really see it at night, but at daytime it's gonna have a cool effect there. So I'm trying to preserve time as much as I can with all of this going on. So that's gonna look cool. And one of the other things I wanted to add was a little bit of audio, one of the ambient audios pieces here. I'm going to see where we're at here. Car fly away. Don't want sci-fi, really. I want more of a cave ambience in here. So we have a cave. That will be cool. Bat cave. Scary cave. I think we'll stick with the scary cave. So I'm going to copy this around. I'll probably try and hide most of them. Alright, so that's cool. That will give our nice ambience within inside the cave. So that's one step that I wanted to take. Man, with the flying cam, it's hard to get things to go where I want them to. Oh gosh. Is a scary cave. Alright, so we're gonna sink these into the... in there just a little bit. There'll be a lot of them are okay. So we're gonna go through there. Whew. And that is looking pretty good. What else did I want? Was there anything else? Yeah, I was gonna add more scenery around. That's right. Kind of like where the wagon is, and just a little details like that. A couple of spooky details, kind of. So we're gonna head to all, and I'm gonna go to filters and scenery theme. Let's go with. We'll start with Western for right now. Does kind of have a little bit of a Western-y kind of theme to it. We're gonna place a couple of lanterns in some spots. I don't know why it's trying to be right on top of the camera. It's kind of weird. Alright, let's place a minecart in here. It's trying to be difficult with me. I'll replace that right there. And what should we put inside the cart? I don't know, because the camera wants to be kind of weird with me right now. I don't want it to do that. And I'm done. Alright, let's put a shovel over here as well. Along with the lantern. And a couple of dynamite crates. That'll work. Should we put a coffin in it? Put a coffin in it. Just to add a little bit of effect of scariness to it. Alright, I'm gonna head to building for a second. And we're gonna place just a couple of planks of wood as well. Alright. Just some random planks of wood. And we're going to place a couple of different types for variety. Alright, we're going to move down just a little bit and add a little bit more in different spots. And see what different things we can find to kind of add to it. Yeah, plenty of lanterns in here. And the scary cave sounds are just weird. I have this pickaxe into the ground here, along with a couple of pieces of rope. That will work. Alright, what else can I... Maybe a couple crates? Just stuff to add some eeriness to it. Alright, that thing's good. Let's see. Alright, that's gonna be weird. Kind of like a crashed upside down wagon. Alright, I think it's under building. What I am looking for, I'm not sure. Is it? No, it's not. Okay, now we're gonna go back to scenery then. And we're gonna reset filters, and I'm just gonna type in rope. I wanted some of these. Alright, we can get rid of that. And we're going to do this here. Hopefully, the way that I wanted. Maybe. We're just gonna have a little bit of rope hanging off of this. We're gonna get rid of that. As we add just some of those are pieces. How about an anchor over here, maybe? What other good stuff do we have? Alright, I kind of want to go Western and Pirate. Have some of these planks of wood in random places as well. Camera makes everything impossible. Everything. Alright, so we can find... We're gonna look at the awesome treasure chest, of course. Place it just in the corner of here right before we exit the tunnel. A little bit. So a lot of little theming elements here and there that will look cool inside. We got a sitting pirate here. Let's see if we can't perfectly place them on this rock as best as we can. Without the animatronic stuff being exposed. Alright, what does he do? He just kind of is looking around. Yeah, that worked. Oh gosh. Should do another season of Planet Coaster on hard mode. I do need to get back to like challenges and stuff like that. I do agree. Or should I do harder mode? Okay, that's pretty good theming in there. Not gonna lie. I think we're pretty good there. Okay, so now that's just the start of it. Tunnel's looking pretty good. I don't want to overdo it, but I do want to make it look good. So there's a couple of theming that I want to do throughout these rides as well. A couple structures I want to build maybe. And we'll go from there. So let's see what we have. I kind of wanted to... It's a western thing I want to add. More western. I want to add like the water tower. I'm gonna turn off align to surface right now. So I'm gonna add a water tower. Let's put it right here. And I'm gonna add a little bit of water, I'm gonna add some water coming out of the spout here. That will go down onto people in the on the boats and stuff. Alright, so water. We're gonna have to reset the filters. Now I need to figure out what am I doing? So first I gotta line this up perfectly. At least as perfectly as I can. It's hard to fit this in here without it being noticed. Alright, so it doesn't have to be going all the way down. We're just gonna do it like that for right now. So we're almost into October. Alright, I'm gonna go Western and Pirate again. We're gonna check out some animatronics. Possibly that we can throw out here. Probably under props, animatronics, and lots of different things here. It's a trap door. Never actually seen that before. Here's another sitting pirate. Look like he'll be a great addition for this rock right here. If we can position him correctly. There he is. He's looking beyond, looking for some treasure. I like seeing like there's an upper spot here and then just a lower spot automatically right here, so you can see where you were and everything. It's nice. It's kind of cool. You know, some random rapid sections, and going downwards is gonna make some cool splashes here and there. And they have the cool conveyor belt, kind of like lift. Alright, so we're gonna go building, and I think I'm just gonna put like a sign. Up here that is going to be themed. It's just gonna say like cave ahead or something like that. Alright, and make sure this is lit up at night too, so you can see it at night. There we go. Okay, that's getting to about the way I want it. I'm actually very, very pleased with this ride, and it's going to be an amazing ride. And now I have the wonderful task of finishing up kind of like the entrance area and everything like that. So that's going to be a little bit of a challenge, because it's a little bit hilly and terrainy here. Alright, make sure we're on sampled. Alright. And we're gonna head into some paths here. Just some normal tarmac asphalt paths. Oops. And we're going to make it connect in a certain way in the corner here. Don't really want it to go through the building though. But I don't think it's... I don't think it's gonna matter if we do it that way or not. Either way, it will be okay. Alright, so we're gonna get the queue line pathway here lined up. Alright, let's tick all these on. Turn on angle snap just for a moment. And have a little bit of a ramp section there. And now we're going to add some scenery. Alright, let me turn off align to surface. We're almost there to the opening of Thunder River, guys. So excited. I'm gonna actually put like a neat custom sign over here somewhere. As well. So let's get into a couple of trees here. Mm-mm-mm. Alright, and we're gonna have a great spot for a awesome sign here. We're gonna get her done. We sure are. I'll get her done. Let's see if I can't use any base signs here to kind of get me started. So I'm gonna go all. Ooh. I really want to do something like with Gulpy sign and cover it up with something else. Alright. Gotta try and find that sign that is going to work. Alright, so let's actually go into art shapes. I'm gonna try something here. See if I can't get something to look good. I'm gonna go with stick with the aqua blue here color. So yay for custom signs. Because I mainly wanted like the lightning bolt thing, but I have to cover up the Gulpy part of it and create a new sign pretty much. Should do it media day when you open big attractions. That sounds like a cool idea. I don't know how I would do it, but it sounds cool. How would you exactly do that? Have a media day. Alright, so I'm going to place this down. One's going to say thunder. And make the text yellow, of course. Alright, and then we're going to get a smaller spot. Smaller sign. Have any small ones? I need tiny. I mean, like, really tiny. Let's just go to all and see what I can find. Alright, let's see. We're going to move this down just a little bit. And just make another one of these signs. That will work. And we'll just put river. And we're gonna try and decorate this a little bit more so it looks a lot cooler. So that's just the start of it. Let's go back to shop signs. Let's see if I can't find any or do any more Gulpy stuff. I don't know if maybe I can maybe sink it in to where the probably not, but it was worth a shot. Alright, let's just outline the sign a little bit. Alright, so we put the sides on here. We're almost there. This is a pretty decent sign so far. I want to add more to it, but I just don't know what I would add. I'm not the greatest at making custom signs, you know, and stuff like that, but it's a good start. I want to add a little bit more details, but I don't know what to add. Oh, I could actually use this to maybe kind of make it look a little bit like a water river or something, but it's actually like icing. Make it an off blue kind of color. Just kind of spitballing a little bit. Alright, let's make you the same color. Kind of adding some different ones here. That looks pretty good. Alright, I'm gonna go back to editing this building. Add one more little... See if I can add one more detail. Don't know if it'll work, but... Just a little roof. For funsies. Alright, so that's gonna turn out cool. Alright, so I'm gonna go back to scenery, I think, and we're going to go back to scenery theme. Was it Western? Yeah, I want to have like this information sign, kind of. Whatever you want to call it. Okay, so it's now time to add some fencing. So I'm going to add like these similar fences. These fences over here. The only thing is I'm going to make them a little bit lower. Quite a bit lower. See if I can't make this angle here. And we're gonna have just like this dead end here. So we're just gonna make this cool area. I'm actually gonna make this go this way a little bit. And we're gonna have this wrap around here. And then someday we'll have this path continue on somewhere else. On another future expansion, maybe. But this is the first time we're actually going a little bit off grid with the pathway, as you can tell. So it's not all square. So we're gonna make this a little dead end, kind of like a plaza area. I'm gonna have some places to sit, just little things like that. That makes sense. And we're going to connect this to be over here. Just perfectly. We are storming into 2006. Okay, so we still have a little bit more to do over here. So, rolling on down to the next piece. We're gonna come around over here. Just basically gotta build this section over here just a little bit. I'll rotate that appropriately. But a little bit of a terrainy section over here, which is quite nice. As we unleash the new Thunder River. Alright, so we're just going to place a couple more pieces along the side here. Into the exit ramp steps area. There we go. Okay, so we also want to block off this area as well. Don't want guests snooping around anywhere where they're not supposed to be. There we go. And that is just kind of like the new little area. And we're just going to add a couple more scenery pieces. As in, we are going to add path extras. So we're going to be adding some benches and different things like that. Some certain spots. Just place some nice little benches along the edge here for our guests. And of course, a couple of litter bins, trash bins, so they don't litter in my park. It's insane you can't put these on hills. Makes me go, well, what are they gonna do? They're gonna throw their trash everywhere if I don't put them down. You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? Okay. We are almost done. Completely. Still gotta attach the entrance right there. So we're gonna go ahead and get that done. Alright, and that looks like it's going to work properly. Pretty well. Alright, so now what we just need to do Alright, so now we just got to get some fencing up a little bit here in the station, and we will be golden. So I'm just going to simply use some fencing. Some simple wooden fencing. And you'd be right when I read comments. I do. I do read them all the time. I'm constantly glancing over there, so. I love answering questions sometimes. I don't always catch every single comment all the time, but I try to do my best, but. And again, yes, I'm trying to focus a lot on the game so I can get a lot done. Because I don't want to. Just want to get through and get this open, because I've been working on it for quite some time now. But some episodes I look at the comments more than others, I will admit that. But for this particular one, I'm just trying to get, my main focus is getting this going and complete, so. The only time I don't really reply to comments sometimes is when it has nothing to do with anything. And you guys, and some of you guys do go, why aren't you reading our comments? And I'm like, well, you're not talking anything about the game or asking me any questions or anything, so I don't see the reason why I would need to acknowledge some of it. There we go, that looks good. Nice simple little fencing there. But that looks pretty darn good. All right, let's see what the scenery, do we have a scenery rating for the queue? 100%, just like I was hoping. And let's change the name to Thunder River, like it's supposed to be. And let's see how many boats we should have. I don't know what our max amount can be. I don't want to go too many of them. But I want to make sure I have plenty of boats. Let's get down. I think 8's a pretty good number. At least for right now. Alright, I'm going to go into the customize, and I'm going to just see if I can change the car color. We're going to give them a nice dark yellow. And we'll keep everything else black. Am I going to add custom operators booth? I probably should. I like the idea. It's not something I can do pretty quick, so I'm not going to do anything crazy with it. If I can select the building. I think I will. Because the operator's booth isn't themed enough. Doesn't have enough of a theme to it. So we're going to just add a little bit of a cover on it. So it does look a little bit better. What is this doing? Okay. We'll go from there. We're gonna go. Let's do a horizontal one. I always do vertical. So we're just gonna cover up the existing one with kind of like this wooden texture. It's not gonna be a ridiculous booth. Am I gonna ride the rapids? Yes, we'll ride it. Most definitely. Okay, so we'll do these horizontal. That way I can, oops. Place some of those far over as I need to. And we'll give it a kind of like a unique look to it as well. Alright, just a very simple custom operator's booth a little bit. Alright, I'm going to go into night mode, or nighttime, and see if there's any more lighting I need to do. Yes, there is actually. I need to do, or actually light this around the area a little bit better. There's not like any lighting in here. So, we're going to fix that. I'm going to use these because they're a little bit more in the theming that we want. Go on the top here of the exit area. A little bit. / observation deck. And we're gonna have to add some lighting in the queue line as well, since there is none at the current moment. I also want to add a little bit of a spotlight to the Thunder River sign. Nice. Alright, we're gonna add some area lights. Gonna add some of these area lights to light it up a little bit more in here. And we're gonna add some of the lanterns as well. So a couple of these in some certain areas. As for adding a pond near Thunder River, there actually already is a body of water just off to the side of it, so... Ooh, that's gonna be really cool. It's such a cool shot right there. How cool does this look at night? Like, I'm impressed of how it looks at night. It looks pretty awesome. I personally think. It's gonna look epic at night. Okay, so I'm gonna go back and add a couple of more here on this. So we need to get rid of align to surface. That way it stays standing vertical. And we need to add these on the climb here upwards. Okay. And of course, we have to do the final testing of the ride, period. So that's important as well. Because now, for the final month, we're going to be working on testing the ride. Alright, I'm just going to add some cool lighting effects over in the area. Lots of yellow for thunder. Because it's kind of got that yellow vibe going for it. Even add a couple floodlights here and there for fun. Because again, it's got to be on the same... Remember, we're working in Golden Valley, which has an amazing nighttime experience in the park. So everything has to have an amazing color to it. Awesome. Yes, we are going to ride it. I just need to finish up my lighting. And we are going for... Let's just start things off with a bang and do it at night. Okay, so we're going to press the test button. And we have a month of testing. I got to make sure I don't go over. But we should have plenty of time. Alright, should we do a seat? I kind of want to go interest. We'll stay in the seat here. Kind of like an offside. And see how it goes. It's going to go through some rocks, but that's okay. Do a little bit of an off ride here because I want to kind of see the triggers as properly as I can. So obviously it's going to be a little bit mild through a lot of parts like this. And of course, since with the no collision, it's going to go through a couple of rocks, but that's okay. I tried to keep it as close to the flume as I could. That way it didn't go too far off. We got a little bit of a rapid section here. It's cool because you have like this awesome rock tower over here. And we're going to go downwards here, so we might even get some nice little splash effect at the bottom of this as it roars down here a little bit. Because you're mostly going to be looking at a lot of the theming stuff around. You're going to get wet with some of the water coming around here. It's going to be a pretty long ride cycle, so. The most exciting part is when we get into that tunnel. Up at the top. And we got our little pirate there. You gotta get a little view of the lake over to the left. I would say the scenery rating should be pretty high on this. Alright, let's see if the triggers worked out the way I wanted it. Because it's going to be a pretty decent family ride. See, oh, the floodlights, they just turn on while we're going up. I bet it looks really cool far away, too. You just see the things coming up here. It looks so eerie with the lights, the aqua lights everywhere. Splash. And then the creepy noise. Yeah. I think Golden Valley has outdone themselves. And then the finale with the crashing water. Alright, this is one thing I wanted to see quite a bit of, and it's the lights right here, the red lights. The way they flash on and off. Yeah, that turned out the way I wanted it too. It's gonna crash down at the end for a splashing finale. I love it. So I don't think I really need to make any tweaks to the triggers. They turned out the way I wanted them to. At least I think so. So I'm gonna say that's pretty successful. Let's see where we're at. October 8th. I kind of want to see it from out here as well. I love just in the distance seeing those red lights go off. It's really neat. Alright, now the moment of truth is these ratings. And for a raft ride, I think 422 is pretty good. Not too bad. And let's take a look at the results. Of course, track scenery rating has to be very high. The duration of 211.9 seconds, so it's a pretty decently long ride. And incredible. Kind of looks like a monster with eyes. There's the mouth. There's one rock. That little rock is the nose. It's going. Ah. Incredible. So we're going to let this test a little bit. And just see. I think I'm going to put the ride delay in between dispatches just a little bit more, so they have a little bit more separation. So we're going to operations, and let's go 5 seconds. So just a little bit in between. But yeah, this is a pretty large addition for the park, and I'm very, very excited to unveil it to our guests and see how they react, because I think they're going to enjoy the ride quite a bit. And this is going to add a new area to the park, and new possibilities as well, which is what I'm very excited about. As we're adding this whole new area to the left-hand side, or the left side over here, which who knows what we could do. We have all this space back here to work with, have all the space back here to work with. And it's just nice because it really is going to define the park more into an actual park itself. But of course, I've been like, but we have to go through vigorous amount of testing before the ride opens. So that is why it has to open. Or we test it for an entire month. And look how cool it is when it comes out with the flashing red lights. Okay, I kind of want to set the lighting to AM. Kind of see actually how it looks in this area. See how it looks like in the morning. I think the custom sign turned out pretty decent. Very simple, but kind of impactful. So we're on October 18th. We're getting very close to opening day for Thunder River. What an incredible ride. I'm pretty proud of it. Pretty proud of it. Yeah, it goes from October to straight into March, so there is no off season. So your park's only running during the operating year. It'd be cool if it went into like November and December, because a lot of parks are being open all the way through Christmas time nowadays. So we're gonna add another legendary attraction to the park. I think it really adds to the lineup now, because now we have that very impactful, strong water ride, and it is just. It's amazing. I love it. I kind of would love to see more water rides in the future of Planet Coaster, because we only really have two. We only have the Log Flume and then the River Rafts ride, which are the two main ones, but I would like to see a little bit more. I want to see more of them. Something I would love to see eventually, I don't know, probably would never happen in this game, is really to make a full management mode. And that is like being able to have to make tough decisions in different situations. So say a ride is decaying and getting old. I know there's like the refurbishment option, but I mean like different things come up, you know, like saying you can either demolish this ride and get this much money and prep for a new ride, or you can do this and this and this. I've always been wanting to make everything like realistic, like already have the design made. So you'll make the design, and it actually looks like it's being constructed throughout the year. and set to open for the next year, so you can set an opening day, make different decisions, and some of your decisions could impact if the ride opens on time, different things like that. I don't know, I've loved to do stuff like that. It's not realistic to open a water ride in March. Sure it is. As long as it's not too cold. You know, as long as it's not too cold, it's okay. And it doesn't look cold to me. Hey, what if I said we're using state-of-the-art technology, and the water is being warmed by new technology that has been developed, so it doesn't ever freeze or anything? I don't know. Just... We're being innovative. We'll just go with that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and save. As we are getting around to the grand opening of Thunder River. Alright. So it is the 27th. We're going to start ripping down the walls. We're going to get rid of these teasers signs because everyone knows what's coming in 2006 now. It's no mystery. Thunder River is coming. Alright, I'm just going to build that there. We're in pretty good shape. Alright, I'm going to change to the where this pathway doesn't have any those, like so. We're going to move this over here. And there we have it. Okay, so we're going to click on the ride and get ready for it to open because it is October 31st and we are about to open Thunder River after 3 amazing episodes. It took so long to build, but we got through it and it is amazing. I'm excited. And here we are, March 1st, grand opening of Thunder River. And we are headed into the 2006 season, finally. And let's see if the public embraces it. And oh my gosh, they are. Look at them all rushing over to it. Timber Express was the big thing, and now everyone's just like, I don't care anymore. I am heading to the new ride. They're literally like, who cares anymore? We're heading over to the new ride. Yeah, we probably should put some trash bins here. Try and get people from walking right through there. I don't really care for that. So I'm going to place that one there. And that one there. Should keep them away from that. There we go. Direct them around it. Oh gosh. And I know I made too short of a queue. I already know that. So. Holy crap. Timber Express is still popular, and look at everyone running over to Thunder River. Look at this line. Everyone, I don't know if everyone's just like leaving Timber Express for Thunder River or what's happening here. But one thing's certain, it is a popular ride. So not only that, but I'm sure we're going to attract more people coming into the park as well. Huh? Usually there's a ton of people that come into the park after you open a new ride, but not this time. This queue line is going to fill up fast. That is certain. Those are the first riders right there. Or is there anyone on this one? I don't see anybody on that first one. Oh my gosh. It's like anytime I open a new ride, everyone just... This is the line. This is the line right here. But it really is... I do like how the fact, like, you add a new ride and everyone is there. Like, you get huge crowds over there. But my goodness. This is ridiculous. That is insane. Ah, you guys are cheating going through the wall. Holy poop. Maybe I should have had 10 rafts. Oh, darn. Oh, dear. Man, what? Man, everyone just like went from all the ride, every other ride, and just went there. There's no one like even heading for the other rides right now. And I love how that works. You know, when you open a new ride and everyone wants to ride that ride because it's the new ride for that season. That's very realistic. But my gosh. Everyone in the park wants to ride it. That's the insane part. But we might just have to improve the capacity there just for that ride. Like, my goodness. Is this thing not even full? Why are there so many empty seats in this thing? Look at all those empty seats. I don't know. But, alright. I think that's going to do it for year 5 of Golden Valley. What an incredible first day it has been so far for Thunder River, and an incredible journey of building this massive structure and this massive ride, and that is why it is the largest investment that the park has made thus far, even larger than the roller coaster Timber Express, because it has used so many theming elements to it, and there was just a lot of more work that went into this ride, and it was highly requested to have a water ride. So that's going to be really cool. So next time on Golden Valley, we're going to be prepping for the 2007 season and see what happens. So we'll see what goes on, and that is going to be an amazing thing. So no one wants me to leave, but that it's what am I have nothing else to do. This is for the year of year 5, so, and it is now year 6. So we're not playing year 6 in this live stream. So anyways, I will catch you guys next time, and make sure you have a great day and even cooler tomorrow, and we will see you very soon back in Golden Valley. And thanks guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have an amazing night. I'm gonna try to, so And what am I going to stream tomorrow? We'll find that out tomorrow. But no, we'll a little bit undecided yet, but most likely finishing up the realistic coaster that I started, and maybe something else. I might do multiple live streams tomorrow. We'll see. But anyways, I will catch you guys next time. Thanks so much for joining me tonight, and goodbye.